All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm so excited you're here. And if you're new here, welcome. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about my favorite movies of 2025. So just to preface, to set up some parameters here, these are my favorite movies of the year. You are welcome to have your own opinions. You are welcome to disagree. Please be kind about it. I understand that some people like things that I like, some people don't like things that I like, vice versa, all that. If your favorite movie of the year doesn't make the list, I'm sorry. You're welcome to let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what your favorite movies are of the year, please. Okay, with all that being said, I've got 6 movies that I'm gonna be talking about. So with number 6, we're gonna be starting with, oh yeah, I really like this, down to number 1, to, oh, I really like this a lot. Like, this was great. All right, coming in at number 6, I'm gonna have to say The Accountant 2. I really liked the first one, so I was looking forward to this one. I hadn't seen the first one in a while, so I kind of like, I don't want to say went in blind, but I was excited to kind of just like check out what they were going to be doing with this movie and with the franchise, if you will. I liked the character that Ben Affleck portrays, and I think he does a good job at it. And I like the chemistry between him and John Bernthal. I thought it was an interesting story. I thought it was well told. I thought it was good pacing, good action, and good humor too. So overall, there was just a lot of elements, a lot of things about it that I really enjoyed. I was just surprised. I didn't feel like any agendas were being shoved down my throat. It was just entertainment, good acting, and good storytelling. So I really enjoyed it. All right, coming in at number 5, we've got F1, Formula 1 with Brad Pitt. Really enjoyed it. I like Brad Pitt a lot, and I don't know, there was this epicness to it. So like, I'm not really even into Formula 1 so much. I don't like hate it or anything, but I just don't follow it. But I like that I just felt drawn into this world, whether it was accurate or not, I'm not sure, but it seemed to be, you know, and it seemed like there was attention to detail and care there. And the younger actor, I'm so sorry, I forget his name right now, but I thought he was really good, and I liked the dynamic between the two of them. I liked this kind of, you know, veteran racer and this new up and coming guy, and butting heads and learning from each other, you know, and finding humility with all that, and like dealing with your past and moving forward, and just there was a hopefulness to it. There was this feeling of excellence, you know, like if you're good at something, if you have the gift to do something, you shouldn't run away from those things. The cinematography was good, the editing was great, the sound design, cutting between all the different racers, the sounds of the engines, everything, you know, it really got your adrenaline flowing. There's some very tense moments. They did some things with the sound design. I don't want to spoil it, but they did something very intentionally with the sound design that was brilliant, I thought, and it made for a perfect moment in the theater. Like, everyone was just silent. I just thought it was a really good time. Very enjoyable movie. All right, coming in at number 4, I've got Anaconda, the spoof remake with Jack Black and Paul Rudd. These guys work so great together, and plus you also got is it Tandy Newton or Tandy? I don't know how you pronounce it. Tandy Newton, I think. You've got her. You've got Steve Zahn. Steve Zahn is hilarious. He's like great in everything I've ever seen him in. So you've got this great cast, and I just thought the premise was funny. You know, like, we live in a world of remakes, and at least a studio can acknowledge, like, yeah, you're right, we're in this world of remakes. I don't know if I'd say it's the funniest movie I've ever seen, but like, it made me laugh out loud, which I appreciate, rather than just a chuckle. Like, I laughed, and I laughed throughout. I don't remember the Brazilian actor's name, but their tour guide and Anaconda pet owner guy, like, he was phenomenal. He was hilarious. And also, being a filmmaker and an actor myself, I loved the idea of like the passion behind it, and that they were making movies when they were kids, because that's how it started for me. So when they're watching their home movies, like, I connected with that in a personal way that, you know, maybe not every audience member is going to, but yeah, I just thought it was a good time. It was silly, it was ridiculous, and it was just funny. You know, it was a good movie. Coming in at number 3 is Anemone with Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Bean. More of a art house film, like independent film. It was directed by Daniel Day-Lewis's son. I believe his name is Ronan. I liked the cinematography quite a bit, and the acting, okay? The acting, these guys are just incredible. They're great in everything that they do. And the story was interesting. It was more of a smaller film. The cast wasn't very big. It's primarily focused on these two brothers and reconciling differences, reconciling their past. They both have different belief systems, have faced abuse and trauma in different ways. Some really powerful performances in their monologues. And there was this kind of like spiritual aspect to it in terms of the visuals. There was imagery that was just kind of like, are they seeing something for real, or is this just, you know, part of their PTSD, or is it spiritual, you know, is it trauma, what, you know, but there were these visual aspects that I want to be careful not to spoil, that I just thought were very interesting, very poetic, and make you think and ponder what's going on to try and understand the characters more, why they would see something like this, and how is it going to connect to whatever they're saying later on in the story. So it's not everyone's cup of tea, okay? Admittedly, not everyone's gonna love it. It's a bit different, you know, in terms of pacing and things like that. But I just gotta say, I thought it was refreshing. It wasn't just the same thing we get out of Hollywood every weekend, so I liked it. All right, coming in at number 2, could have been maybe even number 1. It was hard to pick. It was a really tough choice. But I'm just gonna say Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. Really like this movie. I've been following the series. I really enjoy it. I absolutely love Mugen Train. That's one of my favorite things out of all Demon Slayer. I think everyone loves Rengoku. He's amazing. This movie was great because we're getting, from what I understand, near the end of the story. I haven't read the mangas, okay? I know there's like part 2 and part 3 coming, so we're not there just yet. But they're facing Muzan Kibutsuji, who's like the big bad demon main villain, and they're inside his labyrinth of a castle. So visually incredible. It's so cool to see all the different angles and the combinations of styles of artwork to achieve those things. And I also like that they paired up 2 of my favorite characters, Tanjiro and Giyu. I liked their through line of the film. I liked that we got more backstory on Zenitsu and that he wasn't just screaming and crying all the time, which can sometimes be funny, but also can be annoying. But I liked the story aspect that they showed, and also that he was pretty awesome. He was pretty hardcore in this movie and in the storyline. The fact that they have to face Akaza again, like this epic battle, it was fun, it was epic, it was heartbreaking in moments. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're not into the story already, if you're not into anime, some of the pacing might be a little challenging for you, or maybe even hard to follow. But since I've already kind of been invested in it, I was all about it. So really, really enjoyed Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. All right, guys, this is it. Coming in at number 1 is K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, I can't help it. Like, again, I'm not saying it's my favorite movie of all time. Okay, I've got a lot of favorite movies. And I don't say that to discredit it, because it's number 1 on my list. I really did enjoy it. It was so much fun. And I think I picked it for number 1 for several reasons, because it had such cultural impact that was undeniable. Obviously kids love it, okay? But then you've got everyone's checking it out, and it's like the most streamed movie on Netflix, I think, or at least the most streamed Netflix original, maybe both, I don't know, but huge number of streams, okay? And the soundtrack's being played everywhere. Like, not long after it came out, I was in this like very nice hotel for some work stuff, and they're playing Golden like in the lobby, and they've got like drinks and this like club situation going. I was like, is that K-pop Demon Hunters? And so I also say it because I've rewatched it several times, and part of that is because the story's good, the characters are good, you're rooting for them, there's actual conflict of like, what choices are they gonna make, and how is that going to help them or hurt them? Are they gonna be able to defeat this Demon King? The stakes are there, and it makes you invested, and obviously the music is catchy. I think way more catchy than maybe people anticipated when they first clicked on it with this like very interesting name for a movie. But the music is actually so much fun, and so impressive the way the lyrics help tell the story of the film. Like, because you could just listen to the songs and be like, oh, these are just fun songs. But then when you hear them and see the lyrics in the context of the story, you're like, whoa, this is like so good. And also the animation is just great. You know, it's Sony Animation Studios. They did the Spider-Verse movies. It's one of those things that hit in so many different levels, culturally, just good story. It even had 2 limited releases in theaters. And now the merch is popping up everywhere. And as a Christian, as someone who believes in the supernatural and spiritual things, obviously I'm not gonna line up with all Eastern ideas of that or of any religions based in those areas. But still, the way the story was told is accessible to so many people. Because obviously, good versus evil, light versus dark, the fact that there is a spiritual realm, the fact that the demons are always like condemning and they're lying and they're twisting things. I thought that was just portrayed very well. And the fact that the truth is what set Rumi free, the truth, confessing the truth is what brought them to a place of where everyone else's eyes were opened. They were able to join in the song and in clarity and combat the lies with the truth. And that was just beautiful to me. I think there's a lot of other things you can take from it as well. So again, I'm not advocating that if you don't feel comfortable watching it or whatever that you do. I'm just saying if you watch it with discerning eyes, there is a lot of cool things that you can glean from it. So as you can see, I just really, really liked it. All right, those are my favorite movies of 2025. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Please, please be nice to each other. No bullying or name calling or anything like that. Everyone has their own preferences, what they like and what they don't, and it's totally fine. Let's have fun with it, okay? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Those kinds of conversations are fun, and let's keep it that way, okay? If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel and bring more content like this to you guys on a regular basis. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.